All right. Welcome back to the channel. All right, man. Let's talk about this crazy double standard of Vasyl Lomachenko in Top Rank. Ridiculous. Bob Arum says there will be no Manny Pacquiao versus Lomachenko fight. And of course, Lomachenko, if he does unify at 135 pounds, will be going back down in weight to 130 pounds because, you know, he's the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let me do this video again. All right, Floyd Mayweather Jr. making promises that Manny Pacquiao ain't keeping, and Manny Pacquiao has an issue related to Vasyl Lomachenko, and we're gonna talk about that in this video coming up next. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also, I want to say thank you to everybody that supports the channel in the live streams we do Monday through Friday. Start time around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time and 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for OG Boxing Talk with my co-host, Blood Boxing, KQKC Boxing, and my man, the historian, Kurt Anderson, otherwise known as Kurt Sugar, out of respect for Burt Sugar, the great historian Burt Sugar. Now, let's get into this. Floyd Mayweather Jr., man, he stays in the news. Last week, it came out that he was going to have an exhibition in Japan. And the exhibition in Japan, you know what Floyd was going to get paid for our exhibition in Japan or China. A ton of money, right? Ton of money. The quintessential low risk, high reward. And I don't blame him. I didn't blame him, right? Low risk, high reward is an exhibition. That sounds great. If you can get $10 million for somebody to sit around and watch you, throw some half-hearted punches and not, in maybe even in headgear, I doubt it's going to be in headgear, right? Very low risk. You don't have to have a long training camp. You ain't got to worry about getting concussed. Everybody's happy because they get to be there next to the great Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I do believe that he is the great Floyd Mayweather Jr. without a doubt. I'm not into this. He's the all-time greatest fighter ever stuff. He ain't selling me on that. But as far as who I've seen in my lifetime, look, man, there won't be a day in my life as long as I don't get Alzheimer's or something like that, then I ain't gonna remember who Floyd Mayweather Jr. is. That boy was the real deal. That boy is the truth, or that man is the truth. So the fact that he can get that much money for an exhibition, man, hey, applause, he deserves it. Especially if he's able to do that with a Manny Pacquiao. So some extra news came out and he said that he was trying to work on do an exhibition with Manny Pacquiao in China. So him, Manny Pacquiao, exhibition, China, that's going to make a ton of money. I'm sure Manny Pacquiao might make more money doing an exhibition with Floyd Mayweather Jr. than we'd get on a pay-per-view fighting Terrence Crawford. And that's a much easier money, but it seems as if Manny Pacquiao ain't interested. Like, nah, man, we ain't trying to do that, man. If I'm fighting, we gonna fight for real. Manny Pacquiao, obviously, seeing as he's out buying, really expensive cars. He's buying expensive cars for his son, but making a ton of money over there with Al Heyman. Lot less strings attached. Ain't got to go run to Australia. He doesn't got to go through, he ain't got to pay Bob Arum a cut, right? He's his own promoter. Just paying managerial and advisory fees to a guy, he's making good dough. And he's feeling like, nah, man, I want to fight. I want my get back. And I'm not gonna get back in an exhibition where where there's no scorecards and there's not somebody who won, or even if there is, it doesn't count. There ain't no belts on the line. There's none of that stuff on the line. Manny Pacquiao said he ain't trying to have it. And I respect Manny Pacquiao for that. 100% respect Manny Pacquiao for that. Although I have to say, Manny, you might wind up regretting that. At least from a monetary standpoint. I guess if you have so much money that it doesn't make a difference and you can say, well, I can go do my own exhibition with somebody else for $10 million too. Because Manny Pacquiao could do that. Both these guys can do that, right? Maybe Floyd Mayweather Jr., he's a bigger, I'm not even gonna say he's a bigger name because you can't, similar to the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua thing where people were saying, well, who's bigger, this guy or that guy? Nobody that knows Anthony Joshua doesn't know Deontay Wilder. And very few people that know Deontay Wilder don't know Anthony Joshua. That's the way boxing is. You develop, a rising tide will lift two boats. The names become synonymous with one another. Very few people at the time, maybe now, that knew Muhammad Ali didn't know who Joe Frazier was or didn't know who George Foreman was. That's the thing about boxing. This is not figure skating. It's not gymnastics. There's always two people in the ring, and that is the event, and those guys become known together. But I respect Manny Pacquiao for saying, nah, man, I don't want to do this for pretend. I want to get in the ring, and I lost to you. I want my rematch. I think it's fair that I get a rematch. And if you're not going to rematch, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to fight these other guys to prove that I'm one of the best in the world. While I'm doing that, however, I'm not going to fight Errol Spence because I ain't stupid. Because I ain't stupid and Freddie ain't stupid. And we know dang well, dog, that's a little too much. So although, this more than likely won't happen now, I have a suspicion, man, that we're going to see these two guys in the ring in an exhibition. And that makes, from a monetary standpoint, man, these guys can make a killing. And that's cool. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I would look at a Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather exhibition similar to like Laila Ali's boxing career, right? I remember Laila Ali's boxing career. If you're not familiar, Laila Ali is the daughter of Muhammad Ali that is a former world champion female boxer. She was a good fighter too, for the level of fighters, women's fighting that there was at the time, right? But she's a good fighter. She won. I think she won all of her fights. It looked good. She moved well. The first time I saw her, it reminded me of my childhood and it reminded me of Muhammad Ali. I think it was like the way that her legs looked or something like that. But there were some movements that she had that was very similar to her father, right? Because it's father and daughter. There's a lot of genetics involved there, obviously. And they reminded me of each other. And it just warmed my heart to see like, man, I'm going to be watching an Ali fight, right? So she made millions and millions of dollars off that, dog. She made millions of dollars off that. I think that would be the same thing with Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. If you got a chance to see that as an exhibition, you'd be like, man, I'm watching Floyd. They could be, joking around, pounding around for more than likely. Manny Pacquiao slip up and really try to break Floyd's jaw. Kind of like what you saw in the old tapes with Muhammad Ali and Rocky Marciano. There was a lot of interest about who would win that fight, but I wouldn't mind at all seeing that. Now, Floyd is retired, but somebody else, dude, is getting a pass. And I gotta say this, Black Fight Fan TV and all you Lomachenko fans, stop giving this dude a pass for not fighting Manny Pacquiao. That seems like that's the fight that is made will prove that Vasyl Lomachenko is this great fighter. He is younger than Manny Pacquiao. They're the same size. Manny Pacquiao started at 115 pounds. He won belts. At 100 and what did he win? 115, 122, 126, 130. He had 135, 100, and he didn't really win one at 140. That's the IBO. But then at 147 in the catchweight at 152. They're both the same height. Their reach is about the same. Lomachenko has got they're both southpaws. Lomachenko's got the advantage in age. This seems like this is a fight that should be made. Down at 140. Manny Pacquiao can probably make 140. That's just one weight class away from Vasyl Lomachenko. Why can't they make that fight? I'll tell you why they can't make that fight. Because Vasyl Lomachenko will get his ass knocked out by old man Manny Pacquiao. And y'all guys that are fans of Lomachenko don't want to allow that to happen. Similarly, if you look at the way that that Manny Pacquiao's career went, and in the career of the other greats that Lomachenko's compared to, the Henry Armstrongs, even Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, all these guys continued to go up in weight until they reached the weight was their max, and then they stayed there. And they fought at that weight. Vasyl Lomachenko, if he does what Bob Arum is saying he's going to do, will be the first one to go back down, unify, then go back down in weight. Go back and fight lesser competition. And I think that is beneath Vasyl Lomachenko. I think that would tarnish the career of a potentially great fighter. I say potentially great fighter because I'm never going to call somebody a great fighter until they have 20 fights. Amateurs, the amateurs are the amateurs. Okay, they're the amateurs. When anybody starts to mention his amateur, right there, you're talking about amateurs, right? Stop. Okay, in the NFL, if you talk about who the greatest wide receiver is, I don't want to hear about their college career. Oh, but look how many catches he had in college. 4 years of college, broke the NCAA record, won 4 straight national titles in the NCAAs. Blah. That's the amateurs. We're talking about the NFL. We're not talking about the NCAA. Okay, we talking about professional boxing. We're not talking about the Olympics. We're not talking about the world championships. We're not talking about that's amateurs. If you talking about this dude is a great professional fighter, I want to know what he did in the pros. And I don't care what he did in the amateurs. There's a lot of people that never get an opportunity to fight in the amateurs. And there's going to be definitely going forward a lot of people from the United States that never have that opportunity because they lifted up the age range. And the U.S. boxing amateurs don't pay for amateurs' careers. So these guys can't afford to self-fund until the 20 years, what do they move it up to 21 or something like that? They can't afford to self-fund between the time that they get out of high school at 17 years old and however old they're allowed to go to the Olympics. They got to go to the pros. So that's just not an option that's available for them. As a result, I can't do it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm out. Peace.